Well, here we go. Dason Persley, Tony Gualda, Aiden Purdue, Logan Seavey from the back for $1,000. The final round of the USAC iRacing Challenge, presented by NOS. Energy drink is green here at Eldora, and already racing for the top spot. 3 wide off of turn number 2. It's going to be Carson Souza with the lead. Here comes Cannon McIntosh to the inside, followed by Anton Hernandez.
Yeah, Cannon not wasting any time here. Important for these guys, too, up front, that started up front. If they can get out front and just rip off some clean laps here, the slicker the racetrack gets, it's going to maybe make it just that much harder to complete some of these passes. Obviously, it makes it a little easier to slide guys, but when the cushion gets pushed right up against the wall like that, it makes it awfully tough. So these guys can get out front here and rip off some quick laps in clean air and get out front. That's going to be very beneficial, and that's what McIntosh is doing right now.
Top of the racetrack, green flag is back in the air, and a great start for Cannon McIntosh.
And that's exactly what he needs to do, get out front of these guys before they start to throw bombs. And they wasted no time. Caden Brown didn't have the 01 car there. Souza cleared and kind of drove across his nose, and Hernandez was right there to try and capitalize.
This is a race and a half for the second spot. Oh my, how did they not wreck down the front stretch? Hernandez got in the left front tire of Carson Souza. Souza kept going, and now Hernandez battling with Caden Brown with Robert Dalby right behind those guys. Dalby on the bottom now, a big slider out of Dalby. He goes up the racetrack. He gets by Hernandez, who bounced off the fence right there. Hernandez gets back by him, and here comes Souza back into the fray for the battle for second. 4 cars strong in that battle.
This is peak.
He's got in front of him. As you go back to green here with less than 10 laps to go. A great jump for Cannon McIntosh up front. He goes to the bottom, slides himself. Look at Persley trying to catfish on the bottom here, Dylan.
And the only thing that may hurt him is just you have to slow down so much to run the bottom because it's so narrow that it may not be enough. But he moves right up to the top side here and is hanging with this battle for third as they start to go to the inside. Souza, the first car in front of him here in that 4th spot.
And Persley's going to run the cushion in turn 1, get a big diamond off of turn number 2, goes to the outside of Carson. So there's a race for the lead up front as Caden Brown puts a big slider on Cannon McIntosh. McIntosh and Brown side by side for the race lead down to turn number 1. And here comes Persley right behind him as they continue to battle up front. Persley to the inside for third.
Great battles all over the racetrack. 3-car race for this 3rd spot. Zeb Wise on the top side, Carson Souza in the middle, and now Persley in the middle. Wise went from 3rd to 5th. Persley goes to 4th with Souza 3rd. Here comes McIntosh, another slider on Caden Brown for the lead.
Brown's going to turn it back to the inside, reclaims the lead down the back straightaway. McIntosh drives it in deep up the racetrack. He's going to almost get into the side of the Australian driver off turn number 4, and Caden Brown leads on lap number 31. Right behind them, Persley's up to 3rd here in the closing laps at Eldora.
And he is going to have to rip some perfect laps here to close in on these guys because they have single filed out now and are running some clean laps of their own on the top side to try and let this be a 2-car battle for the win and not a 3-car battle. But another slider coming this time from McIntosh. If these two get together at all, Persley is going to be right there.
Persley's licking his chops as he works down the back straightaway. He's going to slide himself down into 3 and 4, trying to keep the momentum up in that Tub Esports number 9 car. Up front, nose to tail for the top spot. Oh, Brown's at the fence. He's almost upside down. Caution is out with less than 2 to go, Dylan.
Oh, man. That is exactly what these guys did not want to see because that puts this in the hands of Dason on Cannon to get good restarts every time and make sure that he doesn't leave a lane open for Persley that's going to allow him to capitalize.
And Persley gets a decent restart here. He's going to be about 5 car lengths behind McIntosh. McIntosh will go to the bottom and slide up the racetrack. Persley immediately to the cushion. Now Diamond's off at turn number 2. Down the backstretch they go, coming to the white flag, and Persley's got to run down the back straightaway here, Dylan Welch.
He did that perfectly. He entered up high, ran down the hill. Top 3, nose to tail as they come off a 4 and see the white flag. Here goes Persley. He peels off to the bottom. Slider for the lead.
Slider for $1,000. McIntosh back to the inside, down the back straightaway for the final time. Wise looks to the inside. McIntosh will try and defend. Persley taps the brake. He's going to try and run the bottom off turn number 4. Drag race to the line. It's going to be McIntosh with the win, and Wise comes home second with Persley in third. And the cards just did not play into his favor there, Dylan, as Persley was he got stuck there with Wise. He wasn't able to throw the move he wanted to in the final corner, and he had to just try and run the bottom there in the final corner and came up short there. Cannon McIntosh, he played his cards right. Wise was second. Persley Seavey, and Walda, all from the back, round out the top 5.